Hello, once again, this is Brother Teacher. I just wanted to give you something to think about for a moment. And not just to simply think about, but to act upon within the capacity that you're able to. And it's concerning the dangerous world that we live in today. If you or anyone else don't believe that we're living in a dangerous world, you are terribly mistaken. Now, in light of the mass shootings that have occurred in recent weeks and months, and even within the past 10 years, we should all be alarmed. We should all be paying very close attention. Here more recently, we had the shooting at the grocery store in New York. 10 or more people were killed. Hate crime perpetrated against blacks. It was in the individual's manifesto. Evidence shows that this particular incident was against blacks. That's one. And even more recent than that one was the murdering, the senseless slaughter of the elementary children in Texas. I don't know about you, but I know about me. We can say it has to stop. I have grandchildren and children, and I have family. And I know all of you watching me have family, people that are dear to you. You don't want to go outside paranoid that you may not make it back home, or your family may not make it back home because they went to an event, or they're just out casually shopping or just visiting a friend or whomever. And then you find out there's some crazed individual, for whatever reason, assassinates them. We already have and have had for centuries murders and rapes and muggings, robberies and so forth, and people have not made it. But to have an individual who purposes in their mind to go out and kill innocent people, that's just unthinkable. But it is the world that we live in, ladies and gentlemen. So the question that I saw someone ask on social media not too long ago was, how do we stop it? Take a deep breath. Notice that when I began this video, I said we live in a dangerous world. It's more dangerous than it has ever been. But you and I should not go outside of our homes, our dwellings, panicked. That's not the right thing to do. What we need to do and should do is remember that we are a community. And it's not just the respective communities. It's not a white community, a black community, Latino community, Asian community, and so forth. We have to understand that we are a universal community. A university community of all people, of all hues, all colors. That's what we should realize. It's not about me versus you, as some would have loved to have it. Some powers that be wanted us to have this racial divide. But ladies and gentlemen, we're all being killed by these types of individuals indiscriminately. They killed children this time, or this individual did. But just because we have seen these snippets of atrocities like this or such as this on the news, did you not know we don't see all of them that's occurring every day and every week across the world? It's happening everywhere. So I'm informing you, if you don't realize this, that we are all in this together, ladies and gentlemen. We are. All of us. This is the brotherhood. All colors. So that bull crap about blacks don't like whites, whites don't like blacks, and so on, historically, they say, we need to push that off to the side. That was all machined. That was all created, orchestrated by someone else that wanted us to be separated from one another. I love everybody, period. There's good and bad people in every class or group of people. So let's just understand that right off the bat. So now, how do you stop these senseless killings? We're not going to. Unless we can read minds. We are not going to stop these atrocities. They're going to happen again and again and again somewhere. And just because it happened in Texas or in New York or in California or in Florida or wherever doesn't mean it won't come to your city. Doesn't mean that there's not some idiot or some fool or some crazed person not in your city, not in your neighborhood. We don't know who we walk past and brush shoulders with every day in the convenience store, in the movie theater, at the swimming pool, local swimming pool. We don't know what's in someone's mind and heart. We don't know that. We don't know the trigger mechanism. What will it take to push this person's button? What they've gone through in their life? What have they been taught? We don't know this. So, what I suggest is this. Minimally, what we should do. Be vigilant. But don't be paranoid. Be more cautious. Be more cautiously aware of where we are in this world. And try to take the steps, the precautions, to be in a safe place as much as you possibly can. Safe place at home even. When you leave your home, a safe place. Don't frequent places that have large crowds of people that have a tendency to misbehave, to create mischief and chaos, such as bars, such as concerts. You see what I'm saying? And as passive as some of you may be, only talking to those that may be very passive, you may want to consider and then act upon this. Learning how to shoot a gun, purchasing a firearm to protect yourself and your family. Use your own discretion when you leave your home as to whether or not you have to carry it. Don't be paranoid again. But you need to do that in today's society because that's the world that we live in. Now, having a firearm or carrying a firearm is not for everyone. Understand this, and I've said it before, the world is made up of everybody. And unfortunately, you don't know who that person is standing beside you, sitting beside you on public transportation. You don't know. But as my relatives used to say coming up, it's better safe than sorry. Okay? So think about this. Go get you some gun training. Go to a target range. Learn how to hit a target center mass. And if you don't have to take your weapon out your home, don't take it out your home. Lock it up. Be smart. Lock it up, especially if you have children, especially if you have family members who have a tendency to be violent. Think about that. And the other thing too, get to know your neighbors in your neighborhood. Form a community. And this sounds sort of cliche-ish, but form a community and an alliance with your neighbors so that you watch out for one another. Have a monthly meeting or a meeting every couple months about how things are going in the neighborhood. Did someone move in new or out of the community? Do these fundamental things. Talk to one another every once in a while. How you doing today, Bob? Hey, Susie, how the children doing? Get to know your neighbors so you have a bond, friendship. You follow? You don't want strangers all around you and you're not aware of them. I'm not saying be overbearing, but don't knock on somebody's door and be an annoyance to them. But be subtle. Introduce yourself to people that you don't know. Initially break the ice by saying, how are you doing today? Good morning, good afternoon, how are you? How's things going? Lovely weather we have, and whatever. Get to find out who's around you. You follow? Keep up with the current events. What's going on in the world, especially locally in your home. You follow? And above all, stay close to your family. Keep your family close. Have these conversations because they're necessary. Because the world is unraveling faster than you think. And I did say above all. Above all means this. Stay connected with your God. Now, someone might say, well, what do you mean your God? We all have the same God. If we're talking about the true living God, creator, we may call him a different name. Allah, Jehovah, Yahweh, Adonai, Most High, Supreme Being. But it's still the creator. Formulate, if you don't already have one, a relationship with your creator. Speak to him every single day. Every waking moment of my life, I acknowledge my creator, because I know that I'm not just here for no reason. And I know that I'm not just here because of me. And I'm not just here because my mother gave birth to me. I'm here for a purpose, as you are. Stay close to your origin, where you came from. We didn't just simply come from our moms and fathers. The creator is responsible for all life, all precious life, and you are precious. I'm precious. Our families are precious. Everyone is precious. But unfortunately, there are entities that exist. There are people that exist that are evil, who will take away your life for no reason at all. They have a reason or a motive, but it's not a reason. It's not a legitimate reason. And that's unfair. That's not right. That's unjust. That's sinful. Stay close to your families, ladies and gentlemen. Protect your families. Okay? Stay prayerful. And I cannot overemphasize this. And I'm going to bless you while I'm here. Whoever's watching me right now, I'm going to bless you right now. I'm going to ask the Most High, the Almighty, to watch over you and yours through this transmission of this video right now. And I want to tell you that I love you. And I know the Creator loves all of us. He does. But you've got to return that to him and show him how much you love him. Yahweh, we thank you for another day. Give us this day that which is sufficient for this day. And those of you that are watching me under the sound of my voice, and you see me right now, I'm praying for you, those that I know and those I don't know, that the Most High, the Creator, blesses you abundantly, you and your family, and protects you and your family. That's all I wanted to say. Be encouraged, be of good cheer, be strong, and above all, be prayerful and diligent. This is Brother Teacher. As I always say, may Yahweh bless you and keep you. He loves you. And you know what I'm going to say. I love you as well. So long.